Hi, y'all. I'm Allison. Look, it's September 18th. It's another Wednesday, which means Nasila's going to find that bright light out in the hallway, and we are going to be propelled through time to find out which random day of classes we're going to end up taking today. Because if you remember, I have a blank spot on Wednesday. There wasn't a single class chosen for this day, and I am running out of time with the exams coming up. I can't afford to have a day of no progress. So, once again, Nasila and Fenris are going to be brave and step into the light and land on some other random school day. And we're going to do it the exact same way we've done it before. Let me pivot you around and find my cards. I don't know where I put them. I tried to be prepared and I lost things. Okay, so we're going to have the same days that are available to us. I'm going to shuffle these up. Jack is attacking the base of my light pole, so if you're having an earthquake moment, it's his fault. Okay, he scampered off. Okay, so those are all days on the calendar, and obviously put up in random order. I'm going to draw a number of 1 through 8 out of here, whichever slot it corresponds to. That's the schedule we'll be following for the day. Are you ready? I'm going to take this one. And we get 8. So last day. A 10. Okay, so September 10th. I dropped my calendar. Here it is for you. I'm following a Tuesday. I get to repeat yesterday. Okay, let me pull up Tuesday's schedule and let's see what's going to be on the agenda for the day. I get to start with Patriot Games Impling Summoning, and I really need time in this class. Because, look, I got a long way to go and a short time to get there. There's not many classes left. In fact, my exam in this one is 1 week from today. And there's a whole other book to start. So I will get an hour with this morning, unless that little fake card that came under the door messes everything up. Let's find out what that's going to be. Thought I found it, but I didn't. By the way, I know I saw a comment. Somebody was asking about my boxes. These are gift card boxes from Barnes & Noble. It costs about $3.50. They're magnetically sealed, and they're always up by the register. So I just grab them whenever they have a new design. Some are Christmas, some are just random. But I love these things. They come in really handy. Here are the other 2 designs that I have. They have a paper insert, so you would put your gift card on top, and that just pops out. So that's all it is. But I love these boxes. Anyway, let's get back on topic. I forgot what the topic was. It's the Fate deck. Jack is chasing a river rock and having a blast. I would move my camera to show you, but every time I do that, he stops doing whatever he's doing. And I don't have time today, so. Okay. I think these are shuffled up pretty good. Let's find out what's in store for us today. Extra time. There's a lot of words. Rush out the door. Uh-oh. Take wrong book to class. You managed to read for 30 minutes before caught, and teacher gives you an extra copy to finish class. I'm going to lose 30 minutes in one of my class, but I get to read from another class. I don't want that to happen this morning. That's just a yucky way to start my morning. I want to read Patriot Games. Now, it doesn't say which class. It doesn't say first thing in the morning. So let's draw a number, find out which class I grabbed the wrong one for. We'll do it that way. So if you look, I only have 3 assigned classes today because I finished shapeshifting yesterday. I forgot that's a study hall. I've got lots of study hall time today, so it doesn't matter if I take the wrong book to class because I'll have study hall to make up that lost time. It does, however, affect my reading order. So I guess we could still count study hall because I will choose which book I want to read for that, and I may grab the wrong book, my mistake. So we will still do 5 different subjects today. So I'll pull from 1 to 5. Okay, they're in here. So I give on the second class of the day, which now it's on the floor, is astronomy. Dang it. I haven't been able to read As Good as Dead in forever. I think it was I haven't touched that book since Thursday. It's been almost a week. And I'm going to have less time with it today. Well, you know what? I got to go to class. So, I'm going to go get my full hours of Impling Summoning. See if I can learn a little bit more about summoning that demon. I've got a long way to go, though. So, I will see y'all on the flip side of this before I dash off to astronomy with the wrong book. Okay, bye. I made it to my class. I actually did a morning class and the full hour. I loved it. It's so hard to put this down. I just want to stay in here and read this book, but I can't. And I forgot. What class did I take the wrong book to? I don't even remember, and it wasn't that long ago. It just shows where my brain is. Was it supposed to be that class? Was I supposed to take the wrong book? I have no clue. I think, did I draw a rock? Let me see if I can find a rock. I don't know. Okay, no, the only rock that was out was 8, and that was what determined our day. So did I don't know. I guess I could go back and look at the footage, but I don't have time for that, because I'm also trying to put today's video up, and it's sneaking up on 11. In fact, it's a little bit past 11. I don't care. I'm going to run over into afternoon. I'm going to take the full hour for my other morning class because I sacrificed time to get a video ready, and I think that's okay. But I have no clue what class I'm supposed to take the wrong book to. This was my card for the day, right? How did I forget everything? I haven't been up that long. This is what happens to me in the morning. What schedule? I don't even know what schedule I'm doing. I'm doing yesterday's schedule. Okay. And I think, so astronomy is supposed to be my next class. I think I'm supposed to lose time in astronomy. Is that right? I don't know. Okay, we're going to say it was with the second class, which sucks because I really want to read that. But so I'm supposed to take the wrong book for 30 minutes, and I have a feeling I left Patriot Games on just as things were about to kick off again, so I could go back for 30 more minutes. That would be fun. Not as strategic, though, because that's not one of my more important classes. That's kind of an extra decision. Oh, I know. It must have been the astronomy class, because I was thinking I can get some Harry Potter time in for the morning. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mistakenly grab this book instead of As Good as Dead, because, you know, they look so similar. This won't be obvious at all. So I am going to rush off to astronomy, read this for 30 minutes, and then actually switch over to the actual book for that class, which is As Good as Dead. And I'm getting close on this one. I haven't picked this up since last week. I think it was Thursday, Friday. So I'm excited to get back into this. But I get some morning time with Harry Potter, which I've barely gotten any. I missed it yesterday. So at least I'll have a little bit this morning. All right. I'm going to rush off to class with the wrong book and then switch over, and I will be back before the afternoon. Bye. I'm so glad I went to restoration class, because they're at the part where there's the big confession scene at the Shrieking Shack, and I love it. I love this book. It's one of my absolute favorites. So enjoying every moment of it. And my 30 minutes was broken up because, you know, the universe had to pipe in today. It can't just be a straightforward day, even though I'm loving the fact that I'm not running 50 million errands for the first time. But just as things were getting really dramatic in my book, my mom comes down and she's got this washcloth on her hand, and she's like, the cat cut me and there's blood dripping everywhere. And I was like, what? In this washcloth, it had like this spot of blood like this big. I cleaned it. I should have saved it for y'all, in a whole bunch of little spots. being that she's older, she gets like these little blood blisters underneath her skin, and the cat managed to hit one of those directly. It's itty bitty little scratch, but it bled profusely. I was just like, oh my God. So, got her to sit down because I didn't want her to pass out, because I didn't know how much blood she had lost, because she said that it had dripped on the carpet upstairs and she was worried about the carpet. And I was like, I don't care about the carpet. So we got that to stop bleeding, and turns out it's an itty bitty cut. It looked way worse than it was. I got her bandaged up, cleaned up the carpet, and I told her if it starts bleeding through the Band-Aid or anything, then we'll go to urgent care and make sure that she doesn't need more treatment than a Band-Aid. But it stopped bleeding before I even got the carpet cleaned up. So she's okay, but it's just like really getting me afraid. So I don't need these dramatic moments. It's okay. I can have a boring, normal day. So, and then I went back to finish my 30 minutes with the class, and my son called, and apparently he just got a new job maybe like 3 weeks ago or so, but it seems like the company was bought by a different one. So now everybody's in limbo. They don't know if the new company is keeping all of the employees or not. And I guess something may have happened today, because apparently he texted while I was dealing with moms saying, can you come get me now? And so I called him back, and he goes, yeah, well, it's a little late. He goes, I'll know more in 30 minutes, but there's a corporate meeting going on. And so I don't know if he's going to have his job tomorrow. I have no idea what's going on, but I would like to file an official request to the universe to just leave me alone for a little bit. A little bit would be nice. So I don't know. I'll keep you posted on what happens with my son. My mom's okay, and we're going to get back into this schedule. I have a study hall this afternoon, which is going to be really good. I've got 2 hours, and I don't know what class. Oh, except I forgot to mention, after all of that, I did steal my 30 minutes back for astronomy, because by now we had already passed the noon mark with all, helping my mom and talking to my son. But I was just like, I don't care. That I did my 30 minutes, even though I was within official afternoon time. I didn't get to start this until 1. That's how kind of long everything took. And I read for 30 minutes. So technically I'm cheating, but I don't care. So I do have 2 hours of study hall this afternoon, and I should be strategic. Oh, again, I forgot. This book is so intense. I am so nervous. It's just, I'm just biting my nails the whole way through, going, okay, I want to see what happens. At the same time, I don't want to know what happens, because there's so many things that could go wrong. So while it would be very strategic to continue this for study hall, I could probably finish it, which would open up a ton of time for other study halls that I can maximize on, because I think this is one of my last exams, which might give me a shot to actually finish other classes. But I don't know that I can handle the intensity of this today. I need calm. I've had enough drama. It's so good, but like I said, it's making me anxious. Okay, my son's calling. I'll be back. Okay, my son just called, and he said that he's ready to be picked up for the day. So that doesn't sound good. I don't know. We'll figure out study hall later on. I've got more surprises by the universe, apparently. And I'm sure everything's going to be fine once again. But I will see y'all after I go get him and probably have some lunch. And then we'll figure out this afternoon. Somehow, some way, I'm going to get 3 hours of reading in. If that's what I have. I don't know. I got to go. Bye. Okay, I'm back. It's 3 o'clock now. I went and picked up my son, and we grabbed pizza on the way home. So that was really good. A little bright spot in the day. But yeah, he lost his job. So it's not a surprise. The place where he was working, it's falling under a new management company, and there was kind of hints that nobody was going to be retained and keep their job, that they were going to be bringing all new people, but doesn't mean you're still kind of crossing your fingers. And became official today. There was, I guess, a meeting, and yeah, he and one other guy, they just couldn't find anywhere else within the corporation to put them. Now, my son was the last one hired. He's only been there for a month or so, and you know how that goes. Last one hired, first one fired. But he got a phone call, and it seems like maybe everybody's being wiped out, and they're just bringing in all of their own people. I hope that's not the case, because my son, he can roll with the punches. It's okay. He is getting a severance. It's just another, really. So, but he already has some ideas on what he would like to dip his toe into, where he's going to throw out his resume and everything. So he's taken the news very well, which is good. And I'm going to try to get back on track. So I have study hall. And I have no idea what class I want to do because I've got 2 hours of it. I would really like to find out what's going to happen in As Good as Dead, my, what is that, astronomy class. But I don't know that I can handle anything too intense right now. And that book is getting really tense. I don't know that I'm necessarily in the mood for King of Scars either, or the Spanish Love Deception. Harry Potter would be fun. It would be a good place to escape. But I have that as a morning class on Friday, and I kind of want to save it for the morning, even though that's probably the worst decision possible. Because if I finish that today, then I could open up all of those class times. No, I have a second book in there that I need to read. I really should finish Harry Potter. Or I'm going to go back to my demon summoning, because I am loving Patriot Games. Oh, man. Smart or indulgent. Smart would be the Harry Potter book. Indulgent would just be back to Patriot Games and don't even worry about the calendar. I'm going to Impling Summoning. I'm going back to Jack Ryan. I just want to get lost in the 80s. So I'm going back here. I'll go deal with some terrorists, and where I know the good guy's going to prevail. I think that's what's really speaking to me, even though Harry Potter does, but I want to enjoy that. I want to kind of take my time with that one. So I'm going to go for 2 hours with Patriot Games, work on summoning that Impling. Maybe it can help me out. Distract the universe. That would be a good idea. All right. I will see you after my study hall. I totally picked the right book for study hall. So good. I'm having so much fun with it, and I don't want to put it down. The stakes keep going higher and higher, and I am here for every second of it. And it's really hard because I have this sitting on the shelf in there as a movie, and Harrison Ford plays Jack Ryan. Would love to watch it, but I gotta finish reading the book first. So I used the whole 2 hours for that for study hall. Now you'll notice I've got one more class for the afternoon, and that's elemental studies. But before I can go to that, I've got an emergency to take care of, and that is Diet Coke. There are only 4 left in the house, and that won't cut it. I need my caffeine, especially with the way life's been going lately. I'm not gonna run the risk of running out. So I'm gonna run up to racetrack, get Diet Coke, and then run off to my elemental studies class. I'll probably have about 45 minutes for that before the afternoon is officially over. So, and that book is The Spanish Love Deception. So I'll get further into this one. Hopefully I'll end up liking it. I don't know where I stand yet. It's a little too early to determine that, but I do know I need caffeine. So I will see y'all after this class. Good morning. It's obviously no longer Wednesday night. It is Thursday, September 19th. Those exams are going to be here like in a blink of an eye. Now, last night I had 2 hours of study hall. I didn't go. No, I skipped, and I really could have used that. That 2 hours could have made a huge difference. But my son and I got to chit-chatting outside, and, I was just enjoying it too much. Time got away from us, and before you know it, it was getting late, and I was like, I'm not picking up a book. So I think I chose wisely. Spending some quality time with my son is more important than reading a book, even though I did miss my books, but my son wins on that one. So that brings us to today. And my schedule today is pretty wild. It's an even split between astronomy and study halls. So hopefully I will get to take advantage of it today, unlike yesterday. So for astronomy, Lily's right at my feet. I almost stepped on her. I'm so close. So I will definitely be finishing this one today. I'll be sitting on the edge of my seat biting my nails because it's so tense. I'm looking forward to that. And for this morning study hall, I'm going to take advantage of my morning time and go to a restoration and read Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban. And I am close on this one too. I don't know if you can see that. So there's a chance I could finish 2 books today. We will see. So now that I've got my morning figured out, let's try my fate card to see if everything's going to get all blown up. Because, you know, that's usually what happens around here, right? And I'm going to try to race to the grocery store. We're supposed to be like 98 today. I'm so sick of the heat. Did I mention September 19th? We've got a heat dome. So it'll cool down to, I think, low 90s next week. I'm ready for some real fall, y'all. Okay. Let me see what's going to happen. Caught passing notes. Uh-oh. Stay after class to write lines on the board. Miss 15 minutes of next class. So let's go ahead and draw a rock to find out which class I got caught in. And then the one after that is where I'll lose the 15. 15 minutes to lose. Okay, so what is that? We're going to draw the class that I got caught in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, because the 5th class, it would be too late. I'd just skip out and go home. Okay, so I've got 4 rocks in here. Let's draw one and see where I get busted. You know, if it's study hall, that's, you know, they shouldn't care. I get caught in my first class. So I'm going to get busted in astronomy. Or Nasilla is. She might be sending a note to Wandella. But, you know, well, that's okay. She's probably going to be like, oh, who did it? Because that book is intense. Well, it's not who did it, but are they going to, is everything going to work? That's what it is, because we know who did it. All right. So, I just lost 15 minutes, which honestly is probably not bad because I got to run to the grocery store. So I'm going to do that right quick and then hopefully get out of there in time to actually have time to attend both of my morning classes. So we will see. If I do have to skip that study hall because I ran out of time, then I will dock 15 minutes from the next class that I go to. All right. I will see y'all on the flip side of my morning classes. It's much later in the day. I had another crazy, chaotic day. Although, compared to the others, it was actually kind of tame, just busy. So I did go to my morning class. I think I mentioned that, or no, I didn't. I don't think I've been back since we found out my fate. Okay, so I went to astronomy. And I did make progress on As Good as Dead. So intense, and I hated where my break was because it was, things were just on the edge of blowing up. It was just, the book is so intense. I'm really surprised by how different it is from the other two. I am still enjoying it. Then I was going to go to a restoration and read Harry Potter, try to get some of that in this morning. And the morning just got away from me. I didn't have time for it. What did I do? Oh, I went to Chick-fil-A. Because, you know, that's more important than going to class, right? But my mother had a root canal appointment this afternoon. So I wanted to make sure she got a big breakfast before, you know, her mouth was potentially sore and she wouldn't be able to eat this afternoon. So I went and did that, had breakfast with my mom, and I completely missed my study hall. You look here, and it was supposed to be shortened to 45 minutes. I didn't go to any of it. So, lost that time, which I really can't afford to give up, but it is what it is. Then this afternoon, I had 2 hours of study hall, thanks to a shape-shifting, because I did finish that book. And I decided to take Impling Summoning with me to my mom's dentist appointment. So I read that there. We were there, I think, for about an hour, and I got about 40 minutes of reading in there. And then after we got home and everything, I did stop and get her ice cream on the way home. It was really good, although I got brain freeze. Then I finished out the 2 hour time block, so it took me, I don't know, 3-4 hours to read, but I did read for 2 hours. And look how close I am getting. Everything's really starting to come to a boil in this one too, and I am just itching to get back into it. Loving every second of it. But between these two, it's kind of, terrorism and, all sorts of darkness going on here. It's just, I'm looking over my shoulder a little bit more than normal. Then I did have one more class this afternoon. I got to go back to astronomy, as you can see on the schedule, and I finished it. It was so good. I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was Wanda. She read it and didn't necessarily like this one. It is much different from the other two, much darker, but I really enjoyed it. Although I was tense through most of it. It was, quite the nail-biting read for me, but I liked it. I'm not sure what I'll rate it. I don't think it was necessarily a 5-star, but I did thoroughly enjoy it, even though it wasn't quite what I was expecting. And there really is no podcast element to this one, which makes sense because there were no headphones on the cover this time. So the really cool thing is, if we look at my calendar, we get to take all of those astronomy classes and turn them gray because those are now a study hall. They will stay on this schedule until the time for the exam passes. So Thursday now is one solid block of study hall, which will come in handy potentially next week. And whenever that happens, the rule about being behind, I can only use it to catch up on classes I'm behind or what's coming up later in the day, all of that, that's completely out of the water. If it's a day that is nothing but study hall, I can just pick and choose any book I want for the study hall. So that'll be good. I will probably need that next Thursday and Friday. So give me a chance to potentially get close to those exam times. Well, we'll see, because exam starts on Monday and this Thursday. I'm just not even going to think about that. So I do have one astronomy class left, which is now a study hall. So I have to decide what I'm going to read tonight. And I'm really tempted to go back to Patriot Games. Because then I could potentially finish that tomorrow. I think I'm getting really close on that one, and I am so enjoying it. But probably the smart thing to do would be Elemental Studies, because that's my first exam, and I still have 2 books to read in there. So that's probably what I should do. That would be the strategic way to go, even though I would much rather go back to the world of Jack Ryan. But when you consider that this exam is on Monday, and I still have a long way to go, plus another book to read that I haven't even picked up, maybe I can manage to finish this one before the exam and finish 2/3 of the class. I don't know. So I guess I should, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be smart, and I'm going to read for my Elemental Studies class. I'm on the fence about this one. The main character, she's borderline obnoxious. Haven't decided if I like her yet. I like the male lead so far. We will see. I have made some way into it, but still a little early. Anyway, I'm going to go to this class probably after I have some dinner, and then I might have some time to edit tonight. That would be a good thing. So I will see y'all after this one. Bye. I'm back, and I lied. I didn't go to Elemental Studies. I didn't study this one at all. Instead, I worked on summoning my demon because I am just so captivated by this, and I'm so close. Plus, I figured this actually made more sense strategically because with this exam being on Monday and I have a whole other book to go, I figured the odds of even finishing this are pretty low. And on Tuesday is when the Impling Summoning exam is. So I have a better shot at potentially getting this done, at least halfway. So that's why I did it. It had absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I am just really wanting to get to the end of this because everything is just amping up, and you know the big final showdown is coming, and I am so here for it. So anyway, it was a successful day. I only missed one class. I don't think I've had one yet. I don't think I've had a day where I've made it to everything, but maybe that can happen tomorrow. It is another day, and there is nothing planned. There are no appointments. I don't have to go and pick anybody up, drop anybody. There's nothing. I get to stay home. I hope. So maybe tomorrow I can make it to all of my classes. Stranger things have happened. All right. I hope you will come back, and I'm kind of aiming for 3 days on these. I have no idea, but I hope to see you again very, very soon. Bye.